Here's a real life question about unwanted visitors. A family member texted and said they would be here for 10 days for a vacation, and I wasn't even asked if it was okay. How do I stop it from happening again? Hey, I'm Ann. Y'all ready to chat? Happening again? How do you stop it from happening now? I mean, I'd put the smack down on this question. And believe me, I have a little bit of experience with this because I live about 5-10 minutes from the Atlantic Ocean. So everybody and their Aunt Lillian wants to come visit me in the summertime. A free trip to the beach, of course. Call Aunt Ann, call Cousin Ann. So I get this, people inviting themselves over when you haven't invited them. And believe me, you will not stop it from happening if you let it happen now. It's time to learn to say no when it comes to unwanted guests. So here we go. 7 tips how to say no when family or friends invite themselves over to your house to stay. Number 1, be clear. Be very clear when you say no. Don't say maybe, I'll think about it. Say no. In this case, you do it by texting them back that this is an inconvenient time for you and therefore you have to say no to their coming. Love you like a sister, but have to say no. It's just not a good time for us. Resist the urge to say maybe. There is no maybe. The answer is no. It's not a good time for us. Number 2, keep your answer brief. There's no reason to over-explain. Even if you are pressed, there is no need to go into details. You don't owe anybody any explanation. It's not convenient is enough. There are other ways of saying it's not convenient. For example, I have another commitment. I'm sorry, but I can't fit your visit in at that time. And of course, there's, unfortunately, I have other plans and can't accommodate you. These are all vague reasons, but the underlying part of it is no. No, you cannot come at that time. Number 3, offer an alternative. I can't have you over to my house that week, but here's a list of hotels if you want to visit the area. And give them a list of hotels. Call and get the rates if you have to. But give them an alternative to staying with you. 4, know your limits. Maybe you do want them to stay at some point in time, but don't let them dictate it to you. It's your home. It's your life. You tell them. And by that I mean, no, that week isn't good for me, but the week of June 15th for 4 or 5 days is perfect. You've given them a different week and you've limited the amount of time they're going to spend with you. And leave it at that. Don't let them pressure you into spending more time than what you want them. It's not convenient for me for you to stay longer than 5 days, and leave it at that. If you're enjoying this video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up or subscribe. Doesn't cost you a thing and it really helps me out. Thank you. Number 5, be assertive but respectful. They may not really be trying to take advantage of you. They just might not understand boundaries. So set the boundaries up in a respectful manner. It's not convenient for me. I can't have you over at that time. But don't say it in a hell no, you're not coming over. Say it in a very thank you, I appreciate you wanting to see me, but it's just not a good time for me. Number 6, don't delay. When you receive that text or phone call, let them know immediately you're not available for the time they want to come. Just let them know. Can't happen. Don't put it off with a maybe I'll think about it, or I don't know, let me check my calendar. Don't do that. Let them know right away so they can make other plans for their vacation or for their holiday or for whatever reason they're saying that they want to come visit you. Don't delay. And number 7, don't get into a discussion. It's not on you to get into a discussion with them. Don't get baited into it. It's not convenient for you, period. You're saying no. And why are you feeling guilty about this? Because something tells me you are, and that's why you asked the question to begin with. No, you don't need to feel guilty. They should be guilty for intruding on you, or at least trying to intrude on you. Remember, you are not obligated to entertain or host anybody you don't want to. So be true to yourself. To coin a phrase that Oprah Winfrey had on her desk, let me get this right here. Never again will I do anything for anyone that I do not feel directly from my heart. It's not just your home, it's your life they want to invade. Take your life back. What would you say to an unwanted visitor? I'd love to hear in the comments below. Until next time, thanks for the chat.